It's the number one sign that you've shifted reality. And to kick this video off, I'm going to keep it short and sweet for you because I know a lot of people have already heard this story. I've been sharing it in my videos, so I'm going to keep this a really short version. Long story short, I was having some financial issues for a while in my life. So all of a sudden, I was essentially doing some shifting and manifesting to learn how to offer a new vibration within myself that would attract the wealth rather than attracting the lack of it, you see. And basically, I've been having a lot of success with this. But the biggest thing that I want to point out is how I did it real quick so that you can see the evidence of the shifting for yourself. And you can all do this too. If anybody else is joining me in this manifestation of better finances or even just finding more joy in your life, this is totally for you, I'm telling you. So basically what I did was I really didn't have any money. And essentially what I ended up doing was I managed to get my hands on just $100 in cash. And what I did was I put it inside of a little purse with a piece of Libyan desert glass. So a lot of you have seen my videos where I talk about the manifestation power of Libyan desert glass. So that's what I did. And the number one thing that I did was all day, everywhere I went, through all the stores as I was driving around, I knew that I had $100 and that I could buy any of the stuff in the stores that I wanted, right? I just knew it. I knew that I could because I had $100. However, I chose not to. So I didn't spend that $100 at all. Instead, I just always had it on me. And I walked around with a constant knowing that if I wanted something from the store, or if I wanted a new crystal, or if I saw a cool shirt that I wanted, I knew that I could actually buy it because I had that money. So that was my vibrational focus. Now, what I've learned from Abraham Hicks, and a lot of you, I know you know who I'm talking about, I learned this technique from one of her books called The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent. My favorite book of hers, by the way. And what was so cool is that I learned that by doing that is you immediately shift your vibrational attraction point. So instead of walking around at the store when you're in debt and seeing all the things you want, but you feel like kind of cringe about it, you're like, oh God, that's so expensive. I can't afford that. How could they charge so much for that? You see. So basically, by being able to tune in and see that that's what I was doing, that clues you into what your vibrational attraction point is. That showed me that the vibe that I was putting out was saying that I don't have money and that everything is out of my reach. So I shifted my vibe using this technique. Now, Libyan desert glass is very powerful to me, and I've always noticed that it attracts tons of success and wealth and abundance. So that was just the icing on the cake for me to put it in there and to constantly know that that was attracting more money into my purse. Now, very shortly, the money in my purse grew to 400, then to 500. And so I was just carrying this around and I began to feel so wealthy. And I am very excited to share with everybody, very excited about this. I'm debt free. I did it. There's like $200 left to go, TBH, but I'm debt free. I did it. You know what I'm saying? And I literally did that in 2 months. Think about that. I carried that debt around, negative $10,000 for an entire year. I did. And now, in just 2 months, I completely shifted out of it. So now I want to share with you the number one sign that you've shifted, because I've discovered lots of synchronicity since starting this journey. And not only have my finances become better, but every aspect of my life, because the vibe that I'm putting out is the vibe of thriving success. And so the number one way, when I first started to all of a sudden attract all this money, the interesting thing is that it came in a lot of different ways. And I'd like for you to know that this is applicable to any kind of reality shifting that you're doing, any vibrational manifestation. It's not just for money. This applies to all manifestations. And I know that you will be able to see that in what I'm about to share with you. The interesting thing is what I first noticed as I started doing this shift was for the first few days, nothing really changed. And I actually wasn't really in that vibe. I had the money, but I still kept thinking to myself, I can't spend this $100. It's not even mine. I owe this to somebody else. So it took me a few days of really getting in the vibe of feeling and getting in that resonance of like, I could actually spend on stuff, right? So that took me a few days. I didn't see much changes in the first few days. But then what ended up happening was crazy. All the groceries that I normally get for myself at the grocery store, they were all on sale. Everything was on sale. So my money started to go further. And I've been experiencing this still, that everything that I like and that I want to buy, it's like 1/3 of the cost it used to be. It's insane. It's like all of a sudden, all the prices on everything dropped and everything is on sale. So this is what I've learned. The manifestation comes in all kinds of ways you might not expect. So my money started going further, you see. I had an incredible experience where I asked Abraham. I connected to the source within me and I said, Abraham, thank you so much for all of these amazing deals and sales. And Abraham says to me, get ready, more's coming. And I thought, okay, that's pretty funny. And I go to check out, and someone who had like put in money and then change came out, there was money sticking out of there. They left it there. So I very quickly grabbed it and searched around trying to find the person, but there was no one that was claiming it. Basically, everyone was saying, it's not mine, it's not mine, just keep it. So I was like, okay. I counted it when I got out to my car and it was $22, which is my life path number. And it is my biggest synchronicity number. And the synchronicity has just been insane, by the way. Like, there's a license plate down over there in the parking lot I just walked from. I just happened to glance at it, 222. When I was inspired to make this video, I went onto my phone and guess what it said? 1122, which is my biggest synchronicity. 11 is my vibrational expression number, and 22 is my life path number in numerology. And those have always been big synchronicities for me. So what I'm trying to allude to and show you is that these things start happening all over the place. I started getting like 3 coaching calls a week. People started buying my courses a bunch more. All of a sudden, people were buying crystals from my store again, which for a while I held a vibrational belief that nobody wants to buy crystals from me unless I make videos about them, which you guys can probably tell I don't really feel like doing right now because I haven't been. But after I shifted my vibration, all of a sudden, I hadn't been making sales for so long since I stopped making videos, and boom, it starts happening. So I'm starting to get money in all these different areas. I'm finding money. My money's going further. And the craziest thing I want to share with you, here you go. Ready? I'm not going to lead you on any longer. What is the number one sign that you've shifted reality? It's that it doesn't matter anymore to me what number is in my bank account, how much money is in my little purse. It doesn't even matter to me if I still owe someone money. I feel extremely wealthy and rich. And when I'm at the store and I see all these expensive things, I don't cringe about it. I feel like, oh, I like that. I like that. I can see that on me. I can feel myself already having that, you see. Every single night, I swear to God, every single night, I'm having these incredible dreams. Every single night where I'm traveling. The one that was just most recent, I woke up from this morning, I was living in this huge, giant mansion house. And it was so nice. And it was like in Mount Shasta. And it was this beautiful yard. And I had all my friends coming over. So the thing that I've learned is that when you shift vibrations, you will immediately start seeing things that match that. But the number one thing that I've noticed that is the ultimate proof that you have shifted reality is not that your manifestation's coming. It's not external based. It's that it doesn't matter what it looks like externally. You feel it anyways. I want to make this a little bit more clear, though. I know a lot of you understand what I'm saying. I want to make this as simple as possible so that everybody can receive it here. When you walk around, I'll use the money example. When you walk around in a store with expensive stuff and you cringe. When you see someone drive by in a super nice car and you cringe. When you go out to eat and you're at a restaurant and you look at the menu and they want to charge $80 for this meal and you go, oh God, what the hell? This is showing you your vibrational attraction point because you're putting out the vibe and you're identifying as a version of yourself and the reality that you're emphasizing, that those things are out of your reach, that they're cringy to you, that they don't resonate with you. If you walk around in a super expensive store and you feel uncomfortable and you feel out of place, ding, 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 proof that your vibration is not matching the reality where you do have those things. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that I've discovered over the last few days that it literally, I'm not even looking at any of the numbers or anything anymore. Like it's really interesting. I feel completely wealthy and completely free and like I can do anything that I want. I feel extremely abundant. I've been attracting all kinds of incredible things. My favorite crystal, Lemurian quartz, this is insane. I met somebody here in Sedona that had a whole bunch of them and was willing to trade me for a bunch of other crystals that I had in my collection. So I didn't even have to spend money to get all these new crystals for my store. I was able to trade a bunch of other things from my personal collection for them. So there's all these incredible momentums and movements that happen, you see. And it just is blowing my mind because I literally don't even care. I don't even care how much money I have. I feel really rich. I feel more wealthy than I've ever felt. And it's this deep knowing within myself. And so if you're someone who's shifting in reality, if you're someone who's working on some kind of manifestation, if you're someone that's learning about the law of attraction, vibration, what I'd like for you to know more than anything, firstly, there's a video tagged below in my law of attraction playlist I've got for you. The top 3 signs your manifestation is on its way to you. And this, what I'm sharing with you, is one of the things in that video. I'm just expressing it in a new way. And it's the biggest emphasis. The moment you stop caring about your manifestation, you stop needing it, and you feel good right now already, like you already have it, even if you don't have it, you've done it. Congratulations. I'm telling you, you've done it. You've really done it. If you don't care anymore, if you don't need to see it to believe it, and you just already have it, you have done it. You've done a full identity shift. You've done a full reality shift. And what will follow is everything that matches that vibration. And that is exactly what I've been experiencing. That literally everything in my life is matching, that I am extremely wealthy, that I'm extremely successful. I see it everywhere I go. I just went to a crystal store. Listen to this. This is incredible. I just went to a crystal store 2 days ago. It was Valentine's Day. Ruby and I were going out to go on a hike, but it was a super rainy day, so we decided we'd tool through some crystal stores because we really like doing that. And we were singing in the car. Elvis is like my top 3 favorite artists, by the way, Elvis Presley. And we were listening to Unchained Melody, an incredible song by Elvis. And I was singing it. We listened to it 3 times in a row. We pulled up to this crystal store that I just was drawn to out of all the crystal stores. And we went in, and guess what was playing as we walked through the door? Unchained Melody, literally playing in the background. Ruby and I both looked at each other and were mind blown. And then this girl that worked there, her name is Kathy. She's so nice and so awesome. You guys would love her. She starts yelling. She's like, Nathan? Nathan, is that you? So apparently she's watched my videos since like the beginning of time and seen every single one. So she was super, super excited. She was super awesome. We were talking. We were sharing about our crystals and stuff. And I found this LDG. And I knew, I was telling Ruby the other day, I feel that there's a new piece of Libyan desert glass coming into my life, like one that really resonates. I can feel it. I can feel the super successful, wealthy version of myself wearing it. It's just this vision and just this knowing that I have this crystal. But I had just sold one of my personal pieces as a movement through this financial situation, right? I like to keep the crystals moving. I always trust and know that even if I sell my personal piece, a new one will come to me. I know that. I've experienced it enough times. So I knew that a new one was coming. And this piece resonated with me more than any piece that I've ever had. And it was pretty expensive. The stores in Sedona are very pricey for crystals. And I was like, whoa, that's really expensive. But she goes, oh, don't worry. I'm going to give you my employee discount. You see what I'm saying? It's like every single thing that happens that is on my path, that is a synchronistic chain of events, reflects to me. My money goes further. I'm very successful at attracting money into my life. I can have all of the things that I want. And it's not based on what do I physically have in my hand. It's based on the vibration I'm offering. And the path of least resistance for me is that of wealth and abundance. And I promise you, I've learned this and I know it. I'm telling you, the path of least resistance for you is also abundance. There's a reason why it feels really good to be able to buy whatever you want and to not have to worry about it. It feels good because you're in the flow, in alignment with who you really are. A lot of people think, and this is the same for all manifestations, people have these beliefs that money means you only get it when you sacrifice something. That's what most people believe. I have to sacrifice my time, my effort. That's what I have to do to make money, right? That's what people think. And I'd like to reflect something to you that that's not true. I've learned from Abraham and I've discovered that it is absolute. Money is the same as air. You don't walk around thinking you need to work really hard to breathe. You just breathe. It's natural. It's the same for money. You breathe it in. There's no difference. There is nothing in life that is separate from your ability to just draw it into yourself just like air. And it's all about vibration. It's not true that you have to sacrifice anything to make money. I don't do anything that I don't want to do, and I'm totally succeeding. The only thing I did was shift my vibration. The only thing I did was a full reality shift. In my reality, I get to do what I love. I love doing this. This is no sacrifice for me. I promise you that. I love doing this more than anything. I get to do what I love. And what I've noticed too about money is that you make more money doing what you love than you could possibly make doing what you don't. And I've got a video coming out about that next. So make sure to stay tuned, because in this video, I'm going to specifically target the subject of money, and I'm going to share with you how you can make money doing what you love and really become a very powerful vibrational attractor for it. So that's the video that's coming up next. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I post at 5:45 p.m. every other day right now. So PST time, by the way, 5:45 p.m. PST, Pacific. So much love to everybody. I'd like for you all to know that your manifestations are really coming along quite nicely, and it all comes back to the vibration within you. And the moment you know you've really done it is the moment that you don't need to see it in your reality to feel it anymore. You've already unlocked it within yourself. And when you do that, then the external manifestation must follow. It is law. It is the law of the universe. The only people that I connect with and that are on my path right now are super vibrant, successful people who are totally connected to the sensation of well-being and flow. I'm telling you, law of attraction is extremely powerful. You shift your vibration, you will start noticing that everywhere you go, everything that happens is part of that flow. It's part of that chain. It is incredible. And you will know in these moments how powerful you truly are, and you will never choose to forget it again. Thanks. Much love. See you for the next video.